What's going on, Tech Feed? Welcome back to another episode of TechnoBuffalo's Driven. I'm your host, Jon Rettinger, and up this week we've got a brand new 2013 Ford Fusion. Let's go ahead and see if it's a perfect combination of style and comfort. The 2013 Ford Fusion is completely redone, totally new sheet metal, and is looking pretty sleek. From a design standpoint, it's much more aerodynamic and much better look than the outgoing model, which really blended in. All right, so what's gonna make the 2013 Ford Fusion go? It is this guy, and what you're hearing, that click, 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 is the telltale sign of a direct injection engine. We've got the 2-liter EcoBoost model here. It's really been Ford's secret sauce. It's a 4-cylinder, putting out close to 6-cylinder power, 240 horsepower, 270 foot-pounds of torque, which is about what you used to get from the old six-bangers. It's gonna be good for about 22 mpg in the city and 33 on the highway. So the front of the car is important, but if I learned anything from Sir Mix-a-Lot, it's all about the back. Ford has gone through and really sculpted every line. I love the dual exhaust here that's integrated totally into the bumper. This isn't something you see in this market segment. It really looks sportier and premium. So we're rocking the titanium version of this car, which is really optioned up with almost all of the technology. The only thing we're missing is the parallel parking assist, where the car is actually going to park itself. Everything else was loaded in this car. So Ford's been making a huge push into tech the past few years, and really the main piece of that is their Myford touch system. We're looking at the latest iteration of it. So the premise here is pretty simple. You've got 4 quadrants that control main functions of the unit. So you've got phone, entertainment, climate, and navigation. Tapping each is going to take you to the screen to control each, and a big home button is going to take you right back to the main screen. And you can see a little, almost like a widget of each quadrant. If we hit that I button, we're going to get something called Serious Traveling. This is going to pull up all kinds of different information on nearby traffic, fuel prices, movie listings, ski conditions, and sports info. Ford's done a pretty good job with voice control. So I go over to the steering wheel here in this relatively cluttered array of buttons, and hit the little guy that looks like it's talking. I'll give you an example of how well this works.
Please say a command.
Navigation.
Navigation. Say a command.
We've got touch buttons here as well, and they're a little bit dimpled so you can feel, but these are capacitive buttons. And while they look super awesome and high tech, they are a huge pain in the butt to use and navigate and feel where things are. So up in the dash, you're gonna have 2 screens that you can control pretty much all the functions of the car with just the steering wheel. And this is extremely intuitive. You can control all the different options with up or down, and simply select OK to go where you want to go. So entertainment, go ahead and hit OK. It's going to show you where you are. Hit the back button, you're going to go back to that menu. Scroll down to navigation, climate. You can control things right from here. If you want to change the temperature, you can do it without ever having to look down. I give Ford credit for finding new ways to control things that you have to do in your car while limiting distracted driving. So you can use your voice, you can use the steering wheel. So there are a couple interesting things happening when you drive the 2013 Ford Fusion. First is a really pronounced turbo lag. So when you're coming from a dead stop and you push down on the accelerator, you're gonna notice about a second almost before the engine starts to kick in and really get you moving. You don't notice it as much though when you're at freeway speeds or in city driving, but from a dead stop, it is really noticeable, and probably one of the more noticeable turbo lags I've seen in any car. The steering's a little bit on the soft side, meaning as you move the wheel a little bit, there's a lot of forgiveness. Your car's not gonna move back and forth with you like you might get with a sports car. Overall, I've really enjoyed driving it. It's been fun to drive. People are stopping me asking what that car is. They're not expecting that really pronounced grille on a Ford. It's really become the new face of the company. The technology in here is very good and really comparable to any of the other cars in this class. The drive was certainly comfortable, but it's not reasonable to expect a sports car experience. I really like what Ford's done with voice. Even if you got to go through a huge hierarchy to get there, you do get there, so you don't have to have any sort of distracted driving whatsoever. I like the 2 screens, the ability to view the information. You can customize things you want. I like to have radio on one side and my MPG on the other so I can know how well I'm doing. Thank you guys for watching another episode of TechnoBuffalo's Driven right here on the Tech Feed. Be sure to subscribe for all the latest and greatest tech content from your favorite YouTubers out there. I'm Jon Rettinger. I'll see you in the next video.